So it's been a couple of weeks since the new 2023 Rolex and Tudor releases, and I have had several people ask me what I thought about them. And really, I didn't plan on making a video about it because honestly, there's not a whole lot there that interests me. But since I have been asked to share my thoughts a few times now, sure, I guess, why not? What's up, everybody? I'm Guy. This is JustBlueFish Watch Reviews, and today we're talking about the 2023 watch releases from both Tudor and Rolex. So why was I going to totally skip this year's new release coverage? Well, like everything else that has been released over the last 5 years from Rolex, are you going to actually even be able to buy any of these f***ing watches? I mean, if I had to guess, I seriously doubt it. And if that's the case, what's the point of talking about them? I guess the point of talking about them is to talk shit about the stuff that I don't like, and that's kind of fun, so sure, why not? Let's try that. First, there's the Rolex 1908, and before I get started, calm down if you're one of those reactionary types. These are just my opinions, and just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you need to blow a gasket and lose your mind. Calm down and relax. That said, this new 1908 model, what a dog. It kind of looks like an Omega Seamaster 1948, and that's a watch that has been on the market for several years, so where's the innovation in style and design, Rolex? The hour hand looks kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It's a precious metal dress watch, but it's a little bit too big, and overall it's just kind of mundane, especially when you consider the price. I'm just not really a fan of this one. Sorry, not sorry. Next up, we have a 40mm Explorer, so basically the exact same watch that was in the catalog a few years ago, the 39mm Explorer. Wow, that is revolutionary. Well done, Rolex. Here's a thought, next time maybe just don't discontinue the watch that you already had in the first place. And next, we have a titanium Yachtmaster. What can I say about this one? Not a whole lot, really. I've never been much of a Yachtmaster fan. I'm not exactly sure why someone would want a Yachtmaster over a Submariner, because in my mind, it's just a worse-looking, subpar Submariner. But I guess if you have a huge boner for titanium, it is your only option from Rolex, that I'm aware of anyway, so okay. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to say this is easily a pass. There's a bunch of other crap too, I guess, including a new Skydweller model, a GMT Master 2, an Oyster Perpetual with an absolutely ridiculous dial, and a hideous rose gold Day-Date 36 with a green dial and a diamond bezel. But I'm gonna skip all of these because I have absolutely less than zero interest in any of it, and move on to the new Daytona. They say the new 60th anniversary Daytona has been reworked top to bottom, including the case, the dial, the movement, everything. And I mean, side by side, I don't know, I just don't see much of a difference. Sure, the sub-dial scales are slightly slimmer and the hour markers are slightly reshaped. The text is slightly different, everything is tweaked just ever so slightly, but in the end, it's the same damn watch. So it was a good watch before, and it's a good watch now. And it's a watch that no one is allowed to purchase unless they want to sell their soul to the devil, or give an authorized dealer employee a BJ in the back room, or spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on bullshit they don't want in the first place before being offered the watch that they actually want. So yeah, I could care less about this new release as well, but let's see what's new from Tudor, shall we? There's a new Black Bay 41 on a Jubilee with a red bezel that overall I have to say I really like. I mean, not for myself because the size of the 41 on my wrist would be a little too big, but I recognize it's a great watch, and this model on the Jubilee looks really cool. I just wish they had put the Black Bay 58 on a Jubilee because that would be more my speed. Then they've got this new 37mm Black Bay 54, and yeah, I'm just not sure who this watch is for. A 37mm diver, maybe it has some relevance in history and heritage from Tudor, but otherwise I just don't see a broad market for this one considering they already have a 39mm Black Bay 58. This seems kind of like they're trying to find a solution to a problem that doesn't exist, but I don't know, maybe there is a huge cross-section of slender-wristed customers clamoring for a smaller Black Bay that I'm just not aware of. Now, there are a bunch of standard Black Bay models with blue dials and Jubilee bracelets and stuff like that, and they're all okay, I guess. I do like the bracelet, that's for sure, but I've never been much of a fan of this watch either. Finally, there's some new color combos of the Black Bay GMT, which is kind of whatever, and some crazy ugly watch called the Tudor Royal that looks an awful lot like an Omega Constellation and an AP Royal Oak had a baby that they didn't want the world to see. So yeah, overall, I gotta say the Rolex and the Tudor releases are pretty much a disappointment from my perspective. You know, if you're the type of person that can actually be disappointed by the release of a new watch. That said, I can't say that I'm a fan of much of what's going on here. It either holds no interest for me whatsoever, like the new Yachtmaster and the 37mm Black Bays, or it's just rehashed and re-released like the Daytona and the Explorer 40mm. But there you go, there's my 2 cents on the new Rolex releases. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for tuning in. Now, with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead, sign off, and say, until the next one, bye now.